Hi, Christophe, and nice to have you here at PayTech, Ingenico PayTech in Marrakesh. I'm very excited to interview you today because you work for the company called Thunes Collection. And we are going to speak about alternative payment methods, which also is part of the partnership that you have with Ingenico. So could you tell us a little bit more about alternative payment methods? What are the trends that you've seen?
It's true that alternative payment method is not always easy to understand when you are in US or in UK
Yeah.
or in France, for instance, where we use a lot of Visa, MasterCard to pay.
Yes, yeah.
But actually, in many other countries in the world, people don't pay with Visa, MasterCard. They don't use Visa, MasterCard. They don't use any credit card.
We're talking about Africa, Asia.
For instance, if you go to China, they are going to use what we call Alipay, WeChat. They are invited here as well.
Yes.
If you go to the rest of Asia, every single country has got its own specific wallet. If you go to Africa, people don't pay with Visa, MasterCard. They
Yes.
don't have any bank account anyway.
Yes.
So they are using their mobile phone as well. We call that mobile money. Orange Money, M-Pesa, Airtel, MTN, that were some telecom operator
Yes.
that have designed, that have reused their solution to make it a payment method. And so you can take many different countries in the world and you are going to realize that the major payment method used to pay online and on mobile is no longer Visa, MasterCard. And so if you step back a little bit and you look at the trends, well, in the world, 75% of the transactions that are done on a mobile or on a desktop are done with alternative payment method and not with Visa, MasterCard.
Okay, how many alternative payment methods are we counting today?
I would say in the world, important key alternative payment method, I would say that you have around 400 or 500.
Okay.
I put into that the wallet, the QR code, the buy now, pay later, like Klarna, invited here as well, open banking.
Okay, yes.
And so if you account for everything, there are around 400 and 500 in the world.
You did mention that, depending on the market, is the benefits of it is disparate. I mean, cash is very funny because the countries that you mentioned, cash is very strong. And you are talking at the very, very new type of payment methods. So if we look at, for example, Africa, you did mention that they are using a lot of phones.
Yeah.
They are not the only ones using a lot of phones. I was thinking of another segment, which are the generation. Exactly.
I see where you want to go. No, yes, right. There is a trend.
Born with a phone.
Those trends are sexy and interesting. It's true that when you look at the demography, you see that today what we call the Z generation, so those people who are in between 10 to 20 years old, that were born with a wallet almost, almost, and that have some hard time to get rid of it. Those Z generations, they come mostly from unbanked population. First, they were born with their mobile phone. Second, this is the biggest part of the population now. They represent 2.5 billion people in the world, which is really a lot. And then those guys, they are unbanked. What we mean by unbanked means that if they are unbanked, they don't have any Visa, MasterCard to pay.
Absolutely.
So those guys that are the biggest part of the world population, when they want to pay a taxi, when they want to pay a game, when they want to pay and have some food delivered, what are they going to use? They are going to use their mobile phone, their smartphone to pay, and most of the time it's going to be a wallet or a QR code payment that they are going to use, or a mobile money payment they are going to use.
So what's your partnership with Ingenico then?
The partnership with Ingenico is very oriented around alternative payment method, because that's what we do at Thunes Collection. And so today, if I make it simple, a point of sale, a terminal, is well designed to accept credit card.
Yes.
But then, of course, as we said, you want those terminals to be also open to any other format of payment methods.
Yes, to create more shopping experiences.
More shopping, and you want to make sure that as a seller, when you go to China or when you go to
Yes.
Africa, that you are going to have the correct set of services
Yes.
to make sure that people can pay.
Yes.
And so our job is to add alternative payment method on the terminals of Ingenico,
Axiom,
Axiom,
Tetra.
Tetra,
Yes.
and add more payment method to make sure that it's not only Visa, MasterCard that's going to be used. Again, you could say in France, it's not that critic. If you go to any other countries in the world, if you don't offer those alternative payment method on your terminal, then almost I could say I'm being biased.
Yes.
The terminal is useless because you have to offer the good set of payment methods that are used locally by the local user.
In terms of integration, how does it work? I mean, you have the partnership with PPass.
Yep.
So could you tell us more about it?
What we did is very basic. If we go a little bit into the details,
Yes.
so it's PPass has integrated our API.
Yes.
And we at Thunes are connected to hundreds of payment methods everywhere in the world. We cover 70 different countries. We have payment method in Europe. We have mobile money in Africa. We have launched a few days ago some payment method in Pakistan. And APAC also, as we said, it's not a lot of Visa, MasterCard, but we cover most of the countries over there, and also a lot of countries in LATAM, very oriented around cash payment over there.
Yes.
Not only, but most of it.
So what are your key objectives? Deploy, I guess, but...
Yeah, PPass clients are banks,
Yes.
acquirers.
Yes.
Very often those banks and acquirers are good with cards,
Yes.
with Visa, MasterCard, and what we want to do with PPass is make sure that those banks, the client of Ingenico and PPass, that they can also accept all those new form of payment method to make sure that their clients,
Yes.
the merchants,
Yes.
the merchants,
Obviously.
offer those form of payment method to their buyers.
Yes.
That's where we want to.
Faster
That's
go to market, basically.
Faster go to market, better conversion, because if you offer
Yes.
the good payment method, then you are more likely to have a transaction being done.
Yes.
So now it's a faster go to market, better conversion, new services as well for the banks that will see a strong differentiator here. That's it.
Well, exciting and very promising. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Giving us all those insights and information. So I'll let you to dash again to the rest of the PayTech activities, plenary sessions, and so on. And you're on the marketplace as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So looking forward to see your solutions on our payment terminals. Thank you very much.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
Thank you.